Started sleep training Wilson last night, and I didn't film it because it was kind of a last minute decision yesterday. A little background, I'm gonna try to do timestamps. There's like a new feature where if you scroll along like take your cursor across the line to like fast forward, you can pick what section you want to see. So anyway, there's gonna be a few things I'm talking about, but pretty much this is like a little background on Wilson, how he's been sleeping. Since he was younger, he's been a good sleeper. He would wake up like once or twice in the night, and I would feed him, and honestly, I did not care at all. Like, I liked it actually. And then the last 2 weeks, he's starting to roll over and just become so much more mobile that I was like, okay, I think it's time. I'm gonna do a slow transition out of the swaddle. I'll do one arm out. So I started doing that about 2 weeks ago, and it kind of threw him off. And then I would just try to do it his first stretch of sleep, and then I would swaddle him back up. And I knew it was the swaddle because he woke up at I put him down at 7, he woke up at 10, and normally he'll sleep for a long stretch from like 7 to 2 or something. So I knew it threw him off. So that's kind of a little background on what I started trying to do. But these last 2 weeks, he has just not been sleeping good. He'll do a good long stretch and wake up from sleep from 7 to 1 or midnight, which is not that long as compared to what he was doing before. And then he was up at 2, 4, 6, and then just fussy, not I don't know, he just was fussy in the morning. There's just no consistency. So I'm just ready for consistency and to sleep a little bit better, because I don't really have a morning to myself that much. I had a morning routine when he would sleep a little bit better, but the last 2 weeks I feel like I've just gone off the deep end. Not really, it hasn't been that bad, but just not my favorite. So I decided it's time for a change, and I think he's ready for it. So last night was our first night sleep training. Let's talk about it. So yesterday, the whole day, I thought, let's just have really good naps today. And consistent naps. I want 1.5 hour naps. And napping is different, so I did extend some in my arms because I just wanted him to sleep good during the day, because good sleep during the day promotes good sleep at night. Like a well-rested baby is gonna rest really good at night. That's what they tell me. So I've done a lot of reading research, so I'll kind of talk about the methods that I'm going to be using. I don't really know what the method I'm using. I'm just using it. They're taking care of babies Ferber method, something along those lines. But yeah, so I just did really good naps yesterday. It's a consistent schedule. It pretty much is eat, wake, sleep. So once he woke up for the day, I fed him, woke up for 2 hours, then he went down, and then he would sleep for an hour and a half, wake up, eat, play, sleep, whatever. You know the deal, the typical thing. So that's what the schedule's kind of been, and I would extend them in my arms, or I would pick him up and then put him back down, just to get to at least the hour mark. He has been a 30-minute a 30-minute napper for a while, but last night he did okay. So he went down at 7, 7:15. We did his night routine, a bath, and then I just put him, big thing, I started using the Merlin sleep suit for 2 nights while he was in the bassinet with us, just to get him used to it and to see if that helped him sleep. It didn't really help that much, so now we're in the crib. So he slept for that 2 nights in the bassinet, and now he's in the crib, which he doesn't fit in his bassinet anyway. He was touching the ends of it, so I was like, okay, he has to be out of this anyway because it's probably uncomfortable. So that was one of the things I did. Since he's not fully rolling over yet, he's just showing kind of signs. He was for a week just really trying, and then all of a sudden lately he's not really tried that much, which I'm like, okay, what's the deal? But anyway, we put him in the crib at 7-ish, 15 after he took a bath, and then we put him a new diaper, obviously took a bath, and in his sleep suit, and then I fed him. Here's the thing, everyone says don't feed your baby to sleep, and I kind of did, kind of didn't. I'll tell you what I did. So I fed him right before he was going to sleep with the lights off, sound machine on, ready for bed, and then I stood up and burped him, and I could tell he wasn't asleep because he's looking around, and then I laid him down. He fussed us for a second, he's fussing, he's awake, he's not fully asleep, and then I just patted him and I shushed him and sang him a song, not even a full song. And so I left him there, and he woke up around 8 and just meh, made a noise, and then went back to sleep. At like 8:15, so he like just was moving around. He wasn't really crying every time. And then he woke up again at 10:15, and at this point he's like kind of crying. This is when I went to bed, and he went back to sleep at 10:30. So he was up for like 15 minutes at 8, and then 15 minutes at 10:15, and then he went back to bed. And this time, and I haven't gone in the room. Last night I did not go in the room at one time. I know there's a lot of methods, like the Ferber method, where you go in at 5 minutes, then 10, then 15. I think Taking Care of Babies does that too, which I have read I've read a lot of her things, and that is probably the thing that I have gone off of most. I don't know why I did that, but kind of have been doing Taking Care of Babies, the ABCs of Sleep, but not really. I've read the PDF. So my camera died. It's quite a bit later now. I was trying to tell y'all the times he woke up, but at 12:45, and then was awake until 1:35, and I can't tell like how awake he was. And then he must have fallen back asleep around 1:30, woke up at 3:50, fell back asleep around 4, and then woke up again at 5:30, and then fell back asleep at 6:30. So, and Bobby was up at 6, and so Bobby said that he was fussing quite a bit, but not like the entire time. He just kind of was whining. So those are the notifications that I got. Sorry, that was probably really confusing, but he would be up for a little bit and fall back asleep. I'm gonna be honest, I feel really bad. I noticed that he would wake up, and I would see, like I would look at it, and then I would fall back asleep, which is a blessing and a curse, I think. Some people aren't gonna like that I didn't go in there and check on him, but he wasn't, like, he has a couple cries, like I think I said earlier, and he wasn't like crying. He was just kind of like whining. So now we're starting our little nighttime routine. We've been playing for a while, and now I'm running his bath. Wilson, are you ready to sleep by yourself in your crib tonight? Yes or no? You like your bath time? I'm not gonna wash his hair every night. And I don't think you need to do soap every night, but I probably will, because he gets a lot of spit up under his neck and in his hands and stuff, because he eats his hands so much. But he loves bath time, and I think it's just gonna be a part of our routine, because I feel like he kind of needs it. Because he's starting to eat solids, and he is just spitting up all the time. So, oh, sleepy. So it is, what time right now? 6:55. So we are gonna go. Sorry, that was probably so loud. Snuggle Bucky. And we're gonna go get ready for bed now. Huh? You got your jammies on. You got your jam. You ready to go night night? Are you ready? I know. It's night night time. Okay, so it is, what time? It is 7:21, and I just laid him down. So he is asleep. So pretty much what I did is I did what you're not supposed to do, which I think there's really no right or wrong way. There's just studies to show different ways you can do it. I fed him, and then I burped him and laid him down. I tried to hold him upright. I said a little prayer for me mostly and just for him, so we have that routine. And then yeah, laid him down, but I made so much noise. I dropped my phone walking out, and he like jumped, and I definitely thought he was gonna wake up. And then I like banged the door on the way out, and he didn't wake up. So sound machine's on, all that, and I just fed him for a little bit, burped him like I said. So we'll see, because I know that the main reason why a lot of people say don't feed him to sleep is so when he wakes up at night, he doesn't think he needs to eat to go back to sleep. But last night I didn't wake up to feed him. He just kind of fussed and then fell back asleep. So we will see how tonight goes. It's 7:21 right now. I have a feeling he's probably gonna wake up sometime sooner than later, and we will see what I do. Like, if it's not bad, I'm probably not gonna go in there, but if it's pretty bad, then we'll just see. I don't really want to say what I'm gonna do or what I'm not. But there he is, almost 11, and he is just snoozing still, which is a very good sign. He hasn't woken up yet. My guess is he'll probably wake up between 1 between 12 and 2, anytime between then. But I think I'm gonna pump for a little bit. I'm still figuring out what to do about my milk supply, and at night, because it's been 4 hours since he ate. So I kind of feel like I want to just empty it a little bit. So instead of waking up at 4 to pump like I did last night, maybe I can sleep if he's still sleeping. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hi. Are you hungry? It's so bright. Good morning. Wilson just ate. It is 7:30 now, and so he woke up like 20 minutes ago, almost 30. But he did really good last night, and I'm actually shocked. So he woke up one time at 4 and fussed on and off until 5:30, I think, and then he woke up at like 7:07 when I went in there. He started fussing, which was good because that's when I needed to feed him, because I was leaking so bad. I was like, should I pump? Should I not pump? So that, hey, did you sleep good like a big boy in your crib? It has been a hot minute since I filmed that last little bit that you saw. So Wilson, I started filming that when Wilson turned 5 months, and he's almost 6 months. So we've gone a month with this whole sleeping in his crib, and I am so shocked he has done so good. So I don't think this video was super helpful in the terms of like things that I had to do to fix it, but yeah, honestly, when he wakes up in the middle of the night, I don't go in there. Yeah, unless it's at like 4 or 6 and it wakes me up and I'm leaking in the morning, I'll go in and feed him, and it works for us. Like, I don't lose sleep over that. It's fine, because I still leak a lot when I wake up, like consistently. My milk supply hasn't like leveled out in the morning, which I don't know if it ever will, but I just leak and it's fine. But yeah, so I hope this was somewhat helpful in any sort of sense, which I don't feel like it was. But this is just me, first time mom, figuring out what works for me and my baby, and it's gonna probably be different with every baby. But if you need some sort of encouragement to help them sleep in the crib or anything, just try it one night, and worst case scenario, you're like, no, I'm not ready, I don't want to do it. Or maybe it's the perfect timing for y'all. So I don't think there's a right or wrong time to start doing it. And with my experience, I just had one bad like 2 weeks and was like, okay, I'm gonna start, I need to start. And yeah, and lately naps have gotten so much better. They were 30-minute naps for so long, and all I did was black out his room. And I had blackout curtains, but light got in, so it wasn't like pitch black. And I put blackout, I taped like stuff over his window, like a mat and paper bags. I've heard foil works really well to completely black out his room. And now he naps for anywhere from 1.5 hours to 3 hours randomly. So it's been life-changing. Black out your curtains, black out the room if you need to. But yeah, it's been so great, and I don't know, I hope this was just encouraging that maybe sleep training, getting them to sleep in their crib won't be so bad, because he was definitely more ready to sleep in his crib than I was, and to sleep through the night than I was, because I don't know. So the first night he cried and woke up every 2 hours, and since then, maybe random, some nights he'll wake up once, sometimes he'll wake up really early at 6, and I'll just feed him and he'll go back to sleep until like 7:30, because I wake up at 6 anyway. So anyway, if y'all have any questions, please ask them below, because I feel like I didn't cover a bunch in this video because it was so random that I started, but I just wanted to document it for myself, and you know, for anyone that maybe needs encouragement and maybe some tips if you got anything from it. So we hope y'all enjoyed, and here's my well-rested little Wilson with rosy cheeks because he just ate. Okay, thank y'all so much for watching, and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see y'all in my next one.